Kashmir is a dazzling memory, bringing a smile to my father's face whenever he hears about it. He rushes to take out a cracked, old, dusty photo frame off of his resilient memories. He often tells me that it was a beautiful place, the only physical evidence of it currently being our family photos. Even though I don't have any fond memories of Kashmir, Dad's stories always brought us descriptions of the flowering valley, the lush green forests, the crystal clear water streams gushing down the mountains, the snow capped mountains, to life. It sends jittering jolts of nostalgia throughout my body. Despite its age, in the photos you can make out the lush amount of greenery, the blooming flowers, and the towering silhouette of the mountains on crystal clear waters. Realizing how much he loved Kashmir, once I asked my father questioningly what had occurred that made him leave from such a breathtaking land. I, however, did not expect him to start sobbing like a little kid. I still remember the echoes of that intense conversation. Once he had calmed down, he said, "It's all in the past. I can't help myself to feel terrible for the people there." "What do you mean?" "We once used to live in a very large house. Life was great there. We woke up to birds chirping in the morning. The mountain air greeted us with its cold nip every morning. But then our paradise changed. Everything went downhill. We used to hear announcements telling Kashmiri pundits to leave, but it didn't prepare us for what was going to happen. We lost everything in one day." It's still a vivid memory, one I want to forget, but I can't seem to. They came and burnt down everything. We had to run away in the middle of the night. Violent screeches of bullet ricochets coincided with every tiny step we took, as armed forces exchanged volleys of fire with the terrorists. When we escaped that night, we had hoped intensely to return back to our house to live happily with our family one day. But in vain. We woke up to find the picture of our burnt house in the news. "But why? Why would anyone do something as horrific as that?" I exclaimed. "You're too young to know about that, son. Only a few photos of that peaceful existence remain, frozen in time. That house still somehow stands. It was converted into a canteen, occupied by the armed forces tackling the terrorism problem. However, it was blocked off the possibility of any of our belongings being brought back. Instead, everything was turned into a faded black, once colored a light yellow, reminiscent of a blooming youth. It was once my father."